Hello everyone, my name is Salsabilla Firdausiyah from Diploma Accounting Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta, 2023. In this occasion, I want to present my PowerPoint about my scientific work entitled Analysis of Management of the 1 billion One Village Funds, or also known SAMISADE, case study in Chiapas Village, Chiapas District, Bogor Regency. First thing first, I want to tell about the table of contents in my scientific work. There is chapter 1 about introduction, chapter 2 about theoretical studies and research methodology, chapter 3 about discussion, and the last chapter is chapter 4 about closing. And then let's talk about chapter 1, introduction. In this chapter, I want to tell about the background of my scientific work. The unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia applies the principle of decentralization in organizing government. With the implementation of the principle of decentralization, regional government can carry out the authority given by the central government in order to carry out their respective regional autonomy. The transfer authority can be delegated by the central government to local government. There is a regency city, sub-district, or to village. In the government structure in Indonesia, the village is the smallest part of the government structure, as well as the government that is closest and directly related to the community. The large number of villages spread across all of province in Indonesia and the large budget disbursed for village. Village government are required to be able to manage village funds in an orderly, transparent, accountable, and quality manner. In law of the Republic of Indonesia, number 6 of 2014 concerning village, it is stated that one source of village incomes come from financial assistance from the district or city APBD. Village financial assistance is used in order to improve the wheels of village government, both in the field of development, governance, and empowerment of rural communities. In West Java, especially Bogor Regency, has implemented a program called 1 Billion One Fund, or also known SAMISADE. The SAMISADE program is one of the strategies for economic recovery, of the people of Bogor Regency after the pandemic and was launched by the Bogor Regency government in 2020. Was funding sources come from the Bogor Regency regional budget and was carried out in a labor-intensive system. The SAMISADE program was launched by the Bogor Regency government through regional regulation Perbup number 83 of 2020 concerning guidelines for village infrastructure financial assistance. The amount of financial assistance to village is set at least 200 million rupiah and a maximum of 1 billion rupiah. Based on the official website of SAMISADE, it can be seen that there are already 3056 recipient village from more 39 sub-district and more than 145 development points and 100 more have been realized. With the number of recipient village and the amount of development that has been realized, it is hoped that SAMISADE Fund will be driver for improving the economy of rural community, as described it in Bogor Perbup number 83 of 2020 regarding SAMISADE financial assistance procedure starting from planning to reporting and accountability. Therefore, every village must build a good management system for SAMISADE funds so that of this fund is right on the target, and then it can improve the welfare of the village community. Based on the description above, the author has an interest doing a paper entitled Analysis of SAMISADE Fund Management 1 Billion One Village in Ciapus Village, Ciamas District, Bogor Regency. And then for the problem formulation, based on the description of the background of the problem, the author decided that formulation of the problem in this study is how to manage SAMISADE funds in Ciapus Village, Ciamas District, Bogor Regency. And then the purpose of this scientific work is to find out how Ciapus Village, Ciamas District, Bogor Regency manage the SAMISADE funds. And then the benefits of writing is to benefit. First is for academic benefits. The author hopes that the result of this study can complement previous research and become a reference for future research. And then for practical benefits, the author hopes that the results of this research can be useful for the general public, students, researchers, and especially for village officials, and especially village financial managers in managing SAMISADE funds, so that they are always in line with the principle regulated in Regional Regulation number 83 of 2020. In the chapter 2, I will talk about theoretical studies and research methodology. Here is the definition about the village. In law of the Republic of Indonesia number 6 of 2014 concerning village, the meaning of village is a legal community unit that has territorial boundaries that are authorized to regulate and manage government and the interests of local communities based on community initiative, rights of origin, and or traditional right recognized and respected in the government system of the unitary state of the Republic in Indonesia. And then here's the definition about village government. According to Law of Republic of Indonesia number 6 of 2014, village government is the administration of government affairs and the interests of local communities in the government system of the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia. In the village government and village representative body are formed, which is the village government. So the structure of village government is as follows: village head, village consultative body or BPD, village secretary, village secretariat, village technical implementer, and then regional executive. Next, about village fund. The definition of village fund according to the regulation of the Minister of Finance of the Republic Indonesia number 201 slash PMK dot 07 slash 2020. Funds sourced from the state budget intended for village are transferred through the district or city regional revenue and expenditure budget and used to finance government administration, development, implementation, community development, and community empowerment. And then the purpose of village fund is based on law number 6 of 2014 is a state commitment in protecting and empowering village to become strong, advanced, independent, and democratic, so that with the distribution of village fund, each village can create the development and empowerment towards a just, prosperous society. And then the priority use of village fund regulated in the regulation of the minister village Development of Disadvantaged Region and Transmigration number 21 of 2015, 2015 concerning priority determination of village fund used in 2016 states that village funds are prioritized to finance the implementation of local scale village program and activities in the field of village development and village community empowerment. Village and planning, village development program and activities, as well as empowering village communities can consider village typology based on the level of development of village progress. And then about village revenue and expenditure budget or village APB based on regulation of the Minister of Finance of the Republic of Indonesia, number 201/PMK.07/2020 concerning village fund management. Village revenue and expenditure budget is the annual financial plan of the village government. The preparation of village APB must get the village development work plan or village RKP, and then village medium term development plan or village RPJM, and village authority. Village APB is the basis for village financial management within one fiscal year from January 1 to December 31. The draft village APB was submitted by the village head and discussed with BPD. Based on government regulation number 43 of 2014, articles 103 and 104, the village head is obliged to submit a report on the realization of the implementation of village APB to the region or mayor every semester of the current year. And then village APB consists of village income, expenditure, and financing. At village income is classified according to the group, type, and object of income. The following are village income group lists in Permendagri number 20 of 2018 concerning village financial management. First is original income of the village, second is transfer, and the third is other income. At village shopping is classified according to the fields, subfields, activities, type of shopping object, and the detail of shopping object. Village expenditure are used to fund the management or village authority. The classification of village shopping include village administration, implementation of village development, village community development, empowerment of rural communities, disaster management, emergency and urgent village. In its implementation, each activity will consist of several types of shopping. Expenditure in village APB consists of employee spending, shopping for good of service, capital expenditure, and unexpected shopping. And then on village financing is classified according to the group, type, and object financing. Village income, village expenditure, and village financing are coded accounts. At village financing consists of acceptance of payment and financing expenditure. Next, about 1 billion one village fund, or also known SAMISADE, on the official website of the Bogor Regency Village Community Empowerment Office, or DPMD. SAMISADE is a term from the Bogor Regency government program in the form village infrastructure financial assistance, which is projected to encourage village economic improvement by referring to Regional Regulation number 33 of 2020 concerning guidelines for village infrastructure financial assistance. The SAMISADE program was inaugurated on February 17, 2021 by Bogor Region Ade Yasin in Cipenjo Village, Cilengsi District, Bogor Regency. the SAMISADE programs aims to boost the village economy and as an effort to improve village infrastructure. And then the priority of SAMISADE financial assistance is implemented for infrastructure development activities for accessibility to tourism, economic, and village border access. The objective of SAMISADE program are in line with the third mission of Google Agency, namely realizing equitable and sustainable regional development. And then this is the SAMISADE financial aid stage. First stage is preparation, second stage is application submission, third stage is distribution, fourth stage is disbursement, fifth stage is use, sixth stage is implementation, seventh stage is accountability, and the last one is reporting. This is the development realization from SAMISADE Fund. SAMISADE Fund will be disbursed to village that have passed the verification and village that have passed recipients of SAMISADE funds can receive assistance again in the following year if the development in their village has not been complete. Through the SAMISADE program, it is hoped that rural communities in Bogor Regency can be more independent and prosperous and can help improve village development evenly and sustainably. The following is realization. This chart is realization of development consisting of various type of activities in all SAMISADE funds received in village Bogor. And here is the frame of mind. Based on the theoretical study above, this study intends to find out how Ciapus village manage the financial assistance provided by Bogor Regency government to village in Bogor in order to improve village development evenly and sustainably. The aid fund is known as SAMISADE. And here's about the research methodology. This research was conducted at the Ciapus Village Office, Ciamas District, Bogor Regency, West Java Province, which is located at Jalan Cibinong Kretek with zip code 16610. And this research time starts from collection to data. Processing is carried out around May until July 2023. And then the method used by the author in this study is qualitative descriptive method. And the author collects data, digests the information, and formulates the information. Then the information is analyzed and concluded. And then for the data collection technique, carried out by the author in this study was through interview conducted with the village official, namely with the Ciapus village secretary, documentation by means of written notes or recorded interviews, and then by studying literature by taking reference to book, journal, articles in the form of news, institutional statements, which are all related to topics relevant to the research title. And then the data analysis technique are used to answer the formulation the problems which carry out these following steps. First step is make a list of questions for conducting interview. Second step is conduct interview with the village as a research person regarding management of SAMISADE funds. Third step is summarize the result of interviews that have been obtained from research person to focus on the problems to be researched. First step is analyzing that data has been obtained, describing the stage of SAMISADE financial assistance based on Bogor Perbub number 83 of 2020. And the last step is draw conclusion from the interview and presentation of the data regarding the management of SAMISADE funds. And here is the chapter 3 about discussion. The case description is in West Java province, especially Bogor Regency. It has implemented a program known as SAMISADE, which was inaugurated by the Bogor Regency government in 2021. The assistance is in the form financial assistance provided by the Bogor Regency government to village in Bogor Regency area to support infrastructure development in each village. Of the 435 village, one of the village that has received SAMISADE financial assistance is Ciapus village, located in Ciamas district. As a form of accountability for being one of the village receiving SAMISADE funds, Ciapus village is responsible for the management activities of the funds. Based on this, author is interested in examining how the management carried out by Ciapus village on the SAMISADE financial assistance fund in the first year of its implementation, namely 2021. Ciapus village is one of the village located in Ciamas district, Bogor Regency, with an area of 100,053 hectares and an altitude of 250 meters above sea, and level with rainfall is 3,075 meters cubic per year. The Ciapus village government area is divided into 50 neighborhood pillars or LW and 53 neighborhood pillars RT with the following details. The north border by Ciherang village, Dramaga district. The east border by Padesuka village, Ciamas district. The south is bordered by Sukamakmur village and Sukaharja village. And on the west border with Sukawaning village, Dramaga district. And here is the Ciapus village organization structure. And for the case analysis, the author obtained the data result by conducting a direct interview with the secretary of Ciapus village, Mr. Yani Hayani, and the result of the study show how the management of SAMISADE fund is carried out by Ciapus village, starting from the preparation stage until reporting stage. This is the stage of village infrastructure financial assistance fund management, also known SAMISADE in Ciapus village. Stage 1 is preparation of Ciapus village to apply for village infrastructure assistance fund or SAMISADE. First, determination of development plan by Ciapus village. Based on the author's interview with Mr. Yani Hayani as a secretary of Ciapus village, information was obtained that the development plan to be implemented using SAMISADE funds came from the aspiration of residents, which were then conveyed in the village deliberation. After determining the development plan, Ciapus village then determines the construction location, and then Ciapus village prioritize road capacity building activities, namely road that are border access between village in one sub-district or between sub-district. Environmental roads in residential areas that are regional assets and have a road width of at least 2 meters. This is in accordance with Bogor Perbub number 33 of 2020, which states that SAMISADE funds are prioritized to be given to village that will carry out infrastructure development activities for accessibility to economic access and village border access. So the author concludes that the planning carried out by Ciapus village is in accordance with Bogor Perbub number 83 of 2020, because Ciapus village has placed road capacity building activities as a development priority. And then about determination of draft budget or RAB for activities with financing derived from SAMISADE funds. Based on the author's interview with the Chiapus village secretary, information was obtained that Chiapus village set RAB with a total of 1 billion rupiah for road capacity building activities located at 4 points. The development plan and RAB were discussed during the Chiapus village deliberation, or also known Musyawarah Desa or Musdes. The RAB determination is in accordance with Bogor Perbup number 83 of 2020, where the amount of funds that can be submitted by each village is at least 200,000 million rupiah and a maximum of 1 billion rupiah. So, the author concludes that the amount of RAB submitted by Chiapus village to the Bogor Regency government is in accordance with the provision of Bogor Perbup number 38 of 2020. Next, preparation of village development work plan or RKP through village deliberation or MUSDES. Based on the author's interview with Secretary of Chiapus Village, information was obtained that the preparation of village RKP for fiscal year 2021 was prepared in May 2020. Village development plans whose financing comes from SAMISADE funds are also outlined in the village RKP. This is accordance with the statement in Bogor Perbup number 83 of 2020, where the annual regional development planning was source of financing comes from SAMISADE funds must be based on the village RKP that has been determined in the MUSDES. So, the author can conclude that the preparation of the village RKP, which lists development activities in Chiapus village with financing sources derived from SAMISADE fund, is in accordance with Bogor Perbup number 83 of 2020 because the development plan has been included in the village RKP. And then the preparation of an activity management team, or also known TPK, for Chiapus village. Based on the author's interview with the Chiapus village secretary, information was obtained that TPK is a team established by the head of Chiapus village, whose duty is to plan and report on all activities in Chiapus village whose financing uses SAMISADE funds. TPK has a minimum of 5 people in the arrangement, consisting of village government element and village community element, such as village official, village community empowerment institution or LPM, and regional administrators or RTRW. The establishment of TPK in Chiapus village is in accordance with Bogor Perbup number 83 of 2020, which states that the composition of TPK is determined by the village head and consists of village community elements and the village community elements. So, the author can conclude that Chiapus village has formed TPK in accordance with the provision regulated in Perbup Bogor number 83 of 2020 because all TPK is a combination of these two elements. And here's the composition of TPK Chiapus village in road capacity building activities in 2021. And then next stage is application for village infrastructure financial assistance in Chiapus village. The head of Chiapus village submit a proposal for village infrastructure financial assistance or SAMISADE to the Bogor region through the Chioma subdistrict. The proposal contains letter of introduction from the Chiapus village head, accompanied by number and the date of application letter, and then background and aims objective of carrying out activities whose financing comes from SAMISADE funds. And then the description of activities contains the form activities, the place of implementation, the schedule of implementation, and photo of the location of the activity implementation, and then the amount of budget needed, and then the signature and full name of Chiapus village head and given village seal. The proposal was verified by the sub-district verifier team chaired by the Secretary of Chioma Sub-District, assistant from outside the sub-district, namely the Public Works and Spatial Planning Office PUPR, Bogor Regency Level Assistant, and Chiapas Village Local Assistants. The result of the approved team verification are stated in the minutes of events. Then the head of Chioma submit a report on the result of the team verification to the Bogor region through the head of the PMD. Next, Village Infrastructure Financial Assistance Fund distribution. Based on the author's interview with Chiapas Village Secretary, information was obtained that the funds distributed from the Bogor Agency government were divided into two stages. Phase 1 of the funds distributed is 40%, while Phase 2 is 60%. Chiapas Village applied for funds with a total amount 1 billion rupiah. So, in phase 1, the funds to be received amounted is 40,000 rupiah, 40,000 rupiah. Funds in the first phase will be allocated for preparation activities and physical construction of phase 1. Then the funds to be received in phase 2 are 600 million rupiah. This is accordance with Bogor Perbub number 83 of 2020, which states that the SAMISADE program at the beginning of its implementation will distribute funds into two stages for each village that has applied for SAMISADE funds to the Bogor Agency government. So the author can conclude that in the distribution process, the SAMISADE funds to be received by Chiapas Village are in accordance with the provisions stipulated in Bogor Perbub number 83 of 2020. Next stage is disbursement of Village Infrastructure Financial Assistance Fund or SAMISADE. Based on the author's interview with the Chiapas Village Secretary, information was obtained that for the disbursement of SAMISADE funds, the head of Chiapas Village submit a request for disbursement of SAMISADE funds to the head of BPKAD. The disbursement application was submitted through the Chioma sub-district, then submit first to the PMD before finally reaching BPKAD, and finally, the SAMISADE funds were dispersed to the village cash account by the Chiapos village treasurer and then handed over to TPK. In applying for the disbursement of SAMISADE funds, Chiapus Village need to attach several financial requirements, such as photocopies of village current accounts and others. And then there is a verification process carried out in the village by the Chiapus Village Secretary and in Chiamas District by the District Secretary. The verification process is carried out to check completeness of the financial requirement that will be used for the disbursement of SAMISADE funds for Chiapos Village were disbursed in August 2021. The disbursement process carried out by Chiapos Village is in accordance with Perbub number 83 of 2020, which states the disbursement of SAMISADE funds is divided into two stages with the magnitude of 40% and 60% with several financial requirements that must be attached. So, the author can conclude that the process of disbursing SAMISADE funds carried out by Chiapos Village is in accordance with the provision of our book Bogor number 83 of 2020. And then the next stage is use of village infrastructure financial assistance fund or SAMISADE. Based on the author's interview with the Chiapus village secretary, information was obtained that after SAMISADE funds were sought in August 2021, these funds were allocated by Chiapus village to hot mix fraud activities located at Kampung Bojong Sari, RT 3 RW 4, with volume of 1,625 meter squares and a thickness of 3 centimeter amounting to 250,000 million 251 million 869 with a volume of 1,625 meter square and a thickness of 30 centimeter amounting to 251 million 869 6088 rupiah. And then hot mix road improvement activities located at Ciomas Permai Housing, RW 8 until RW 10, RW 8 until RW 13, RW 8 until RW 7, with a volume of 2,090 meter square and a thickness of 3 centimeter amounting to 308 million 80 308 million 80,762 rupiah. And then for concrete rebate activities located at Ciomas Permai, RW 10 until RW 7, housing with a volume 1,145 meters square and a thickness of 15 centimeter amounting to 209 million 151,250 rupiah. And then for concrete rebate activities located at Kampung Bojong Sari until Kampung Ciherang Cutak, RW 4 until RW 5 with a volume of 1,239 meters square and thickness of 15 centimeter amounting to 230 million 898 rupiah. And then the use of SAMISADE funds allocated for these activities is in accordance with Bogor Pergub number 83 of 2020, which states that the funds must be used no later than 14 days after the SAMISADE funds enter the village cash account, and the village government is fully responsible for the use of SAMISADE funds provided by Bogor Agency Government. So, the author can conclude that the use of SAMISADE funds determined by Chiapus Village is in accordance with the provision of Bogor Pergub number 83 of 2020, because after the SAMISADE funds enter the village cash account, the funds are immediately allocated by Chiapus Village for development activities that have been planned with full accountability by Chiapus Village. And then the next stage is implementing of 1 billion fund or called SAMISADE Based on the author's interview with the Chiapas village secretary, information was obtained that implementation of road construction activities was carried out in a labor-intensive manner, meaning that during the implementation of these development activities, the village community was involved and received wage in accordance with the highest price standard determined by Chiapas village. The details of implementation time at each point are as follows. Hot mix road activities located at Kampung Bojong Sari RT 3 RW 4 with a volume of 1,625 meter square and a thickness of 3 centimeter will be carried out for 4 working days starting for 24 until 27 August 2021, and then hot mix road improvement activities located at Ciamas Permai RW 8 until RW 10, RW 8 until RW 13, and then RW 8 until RW 7 with a volume of 2,090 meter 90 meter squares and 3 centimeter thick are carried out for 5 working days starting from 26 until 30 August 2021. And then concrete bed activities located at Jamas Permai RW 10 until RW 7 housing with a volume of 1,145 meter square and a thickness of 15 centimeter are carried out for 4 working days starting from 23 until 26 August 2021. And last one, the activities is concrete rebate activities located at Kampung Bojong Sari until Kampung Ciharang Jutak RW 4 until RW 5 with a volume of 1,239 meters squares and a thickness of 15 centimeter are carried out during working days starting from October 29 until November 1, 2021. And then the implementation of work capacity building activities carried out by Chiapas Village in accordance with Prabuk number 83 of 2020, namely the implementation of development activities carried out in a mutual cooperation manner, maximize the utilization of existing research in the village by involving the participation of village communities to expand employment opportunities and empower local communities. So the author can conclude that the implementation of development activities in Chiapas village is in accordance with the recommendation in Google Prabhup number 83 of 2020 because Chiapas village carry out development activities by involving village communities which can ultimately provide job opportunities and empower the people of Chiapas village. And then the accountability, and then the next stage is accountability of village infrastructure financial assistance or SAMISADE. Based on the author's interview with the secretary of Chiapas village, information was obtained that in the terms of accountability, TPK handed over the minutes of handover of work to the Bogor Regency government, and also Chiapas village, which was equipped with the evidence of the expenditure during the construction and evidence of activities in road infrastructure development. Then Chiapas village sent the LPJ to the Chioma sub-district to be forwarded to the Bogor region through DPMD. This is accordance with Bogor Perbuk number 83 of 2020, which states that village government receives SAMISADE funds physically and administratively responsible, which include a letter of responsibility and the inclusion of evidence of expenditure or evidence of activities that have been carried out using SAMISADE funds. So, the author concludes that the accountability carried out by Chiapas Village is in accordance with Bogor Perbuk number 83 of 2020 because Chiapas Village has accounted through the minutes of handover of work, which is equipped with the evidence for the development work carried out. And then the last stage is Village Infrastructure Financial Assistance Funds, or SAMISADE reporting. Based on the author's interview with the Chiapos Village Secretary, information was obtained that all administrative documents, proof of budget disbursement, purchase bonds were recapitulated into the LPJ, and activities made by TPK. The parties who received the report were the Chiamas district head and the Bogor region. In addition, as a form of village publication for the community, Chiapos Village places banners at every point of development implementation with the aim of letting the village community know that activity carried out are financing verified from SAMISADE funds by including predetermined budget ceiling for the each point of construction location. This is accordance with Bullet Prabhup number 83 of 2020, which state the village government are required to make a report on the realization of the use SAMISADE funds. The report was submitted by the head of Chiapos Village to the Chiamas Subdistrict for verification first before finally being submitted to the Bogor region through the PMD. So, the author can conclude that the reporting of Chiapos Village is in accordance with Perbuk Bogor number 83 of 2020, which in the reporting has been made and accepted by the authorities by observing all reporting provisions stipulated in Perbuk Bogor number 83 of 2020. And then this is the obstacle in management activities. In practice, there are obstacles in the process of managing SAMISADE funds in Chiapos Village. According to information obtained from an interview with Mr. Yani Hayani as a secretary Chiapos Village, the obstacle experienced were in the preparation stage of planning, disbursement, implementation, and reporting. And then here's the chapter 4 about closing. The conclusion, based on the result of the analysis of the previous discussion, it can be concluded that the management activities of SAMISADE funds carried out by Chiapos Village Chiamas District Bogor Agency consist of the preparation stage. There are planning, budgeting, preparing LKPDs, and preparing TPK. And then the next stage is submitting proposal, distributing funds, disbursing funds, using funds, implementing activities, accountability, and the last stage is reporting. The author concluded, broadly speaking, the management activities for SAMISADE Fund carried out by Chiapos Village, Bogor District are based on guidelines for financial infrastructure assistance regulated in Pergub Bogor number 83 of 2020. And this is suggestion for Chiapos Village from the authors. SAMISADE funds in the following financial years are expected to be absorbed for other types of development activities in Chiapos Village in accordance with the priority scale of village development. And then other development activities whose financing will use SAMISADE funds are expected to be carried out at other locations in Chiapos Village so that they can be carried out fairly and equitably. And then suggest for the Bogor Agency government and Chiapos Village are expected to hold socialization to the village community regarding the existence of funds SAMISADE so that the village community better understand the purpose of SAMISADE fund to the village. And last, this is the suggest from authors for the future research. The result of this study can be used as a reference or comparison material for future research that discusses SAMISADE Fund. Well, currently, the SAMISADE program is a program that has only just been implemented by Bogor Agency, West Java Province. And That's all about my presentation about my scientific work. Thanks for the attention. Thank you.